What made you want to become a race car driver in the first place?
It's watching my dad. So my dad was Formula One world champion himself in 1982. And that's really something that I'm very, very proud of, and is very special, that we've been able to achieve the same thing, both of us. And in a second, I'll bring in the trophy from the World Championship. When we both have our name on there, and there's only 30-something other people on there. 2 of those are us, and so that's just an amazing story to share, really.
I think you were sitting around the Christmas table this past Christmas, and what does your mom say?
Yeah, well, it's my mom, my dad, and I. And my mom suddenly stops eating, and she's like, I'm actually sitting here with 2 Formula One world champions. And it's just a funny moment then.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was to mark your dad's final competition. You're on the roof with him. I think you're 10 years old, taking an honorary lap around. And you were quoted somewhere as saying it was that moment that you knew one day you were going to be a professional and successful race car driver. What about that made you have that realization then?
So it was the farewell race for my dad, and 100,000 people on the grandstands, everybody cheering for him, and we were both doing an honorary lap to wave goodbye, and then the whole race weekend as such, just the emotions that are involved in racing, and the fans, the battles with the cars, the machinery, and this man against man. You got to be warriors out there in a race car to win, and it's just fascinating. And so that's where I really started to think, wow, this is what I would like to do myself.
I think at one point you were considering going to college. If you went to college, would have likely studied aerodynamics, but instead you continue racing. Obviously that worked out well for you, but how difficult for you was it at the time when you make the decision to continue racing, yet all your friends who you grew up with are leaving to go elsewhere to school?
I did school very normally with them, even though I missed a half a week from every week.
Yeah.
Because of racing.
You missed a half a week every week?
Well, I think if you ask them, they will say, yeah, definitely he was never at school.
Yeah.
But I did do it normally, and I had to do the homework and the exams that they did, So
and you still did?
I always had to catch up, and no, I did really well. It was another challenge for me where I wanted to succeed. And then suddenly they all go to university. And I'm going a completely different direction. Right. It felt very strange at first. So I did feel that I would like to do both, university and racing. But then I realized, no, that's not going to work. Right. No, I took a gap year.
Okay.
And in that gap year, I won everything in racing.
Yeah.
So I knew, okay, this racing is going to be a success. So just stick with that.
I mean, you grew up obviously fortunate, and you made the comment before that I thought was really interesting. You said the challenge with that is, quote, everything after that is a step backwards in your life. So it's a huge ambition to get yourself back to this lifestyle on your own terms.
Yeah, that's true.
How so?
Well, if you look around where we are now, it's really an awesome place and I've been very lucky to grow up here in Monaco, and well, I grew up in a wealthy environment, and it's very difficult to find your way as a young guy to make that sort of money, to be able to afford that sort of lifestyle yourself once you get out of the house. And of course I'm so used to that, and it's not easy then to take a big step back and suddenly live in this tiny studio or something, and it's just different, and not go on a great holiday and things like that. And so yeah, definitely that was a big ambition for me to try and get there soon, that I'll be able to afford that lifestyle myself and continue living in that in those sort of standards, and yeah, I'm very, very happy that worked out, of course.